I'm called Manyang Parek Von. I'm called Manyang Parek Von Chiparek. I'm the chairman of Sudanese Christian Democratic Party. It is a Christian-based party because the country has been in war for a very, very long time. To an extent that values that keep the society together, Christian values or even traditional values, but unfortunately we have lost those values, and therefore we have to revisit. We have to revisit the values such that we can live in peace and in harmony in our country. Therefore, when we talk about expectation, what do I expect according to the talk that is going in Addis, I have a very positive expectation that there will be peace in that talks. Why? Because the two body who are the SPLM, who are the ruling government, they happen to have conflicted on power struggle within the same movement. And forgetting that they were given mandate by the people to develop the country so that children can have educational services, that is social services at large, education, healthcare delivery services, and of course employment for the young people. Now we have a lot of unemployed students who have finished with their degrees in their hand and they don't have any job. Therefore we are going to face, the longer the war goes, the more we are going to get into more crisis, a social crisis within this country. Therefore I strongly believe that with the efforts of international community and our people, by managing, especially the IGAD and the Western world, they managed to bring the two sides together to sit and talk over the issues that made them to differ and bring peace back to the country. Therefore, I really expect that there will be peace coming in this talk in Addis. Although it is not going to be as easy as anybody may think, because it has got to do with the power. Now they have to learn how to share power. How will they share power? In the first place, when in the government system, when a budget is failed, the government must leave the office. When there is crisis of war in the hands of the rulers, then those people must leave power. But this is not the case, because it is only one party that has decided to get the country into this senseless war, and therefore I strongly believe they have to reconcile to each other for the sake of the people, because the people are the people that they have elected them. I know many people have gone to Addis to at least to participate in giving good ideas, which can lead to reconciliation and all that. Therefore, I wish, and we are a Christian nation after all, we have to learn how to forgive each other. We have to learn to be very responsible people in a state of losing patience and go to war as if we are not responsible for the people.
The talks between
that is my expectation, that this talk is going to really bring what we are all expecting. Our people are expecting peace, and this is what we are really hoping for. And I have seen strongly that there will be peace at this particular time in Addis, because international community have guided people, and IGAD have guided those leaders who have been conflicting. And if they don't, then I would strongly advise the world community and our people that the two gentlemen must step aside such that we can have a personality that can actually bring peace among our people.
Looking at the agreements that are being signed there and what is happening on the ground, and looking at the people, especially the internally displaced people in the camps across the country, do you think political solutions, and what do you think the UN body and other international community organizations in the country should do to push for a peaceful end to the crisis in South Sudan?
Yes, exertion of pressure on the two conflicting parties is highly paramount, because without that it will become impossible to see that there is going to be peace. International community must keep on exerting the necessary pressure on the two conflicting parties. And they should understand that. They should understand nobody is interested in war, because we have been fighting for almost 20 years and we achieve in the end the independence of our country. Now it is not sensible for anybody, and it is not possible for any person who have got sense of rationale to direct this war in this country into war. So I am saying that what the UN can do, they can come out at least to help the needy people with support of food and medicines and other important things. And the two sides must respect ceasefire. They should not really come into war again. What is needed is for them to sit and come to their senses and agree, so that they can be able to come and govern the country as it used to be. If they don't do this, I will still repeat again, then they have to step aside, all of them, and a new person comes to the office to lead the interim government for 2 years, such that the interim government can be able to bring peace and settle back people into their homes from out of the camps and all that. And that's what I strongly appeal for. Let me tell you, the failure of this system, which has dragged to war, is because there is no proper base system which is set. People are talking about federation, people are talking about central system, and I strongly believe that because we are a tribal country, we must have a federal system of government. And I have articulated this to the people, that we must even cut down the 10 states to 6 states. To 6 states means that we have to mix ourselves as people of this nation together as brothers and sisters. That is to say, we must have 6 states in this country, and when we have 6 states, it will be possible for us to mix together as brothers and sisters, and it must be based on federal system of government. Now you can take the model of Kenya. You can have the president and you have the prime minister, and by having these two personalities, they can be able to govern the country without any much problem, because the powers will be well defined, and then we will have the assembly, such that the legislative body can actually legislate on the policies that we need to save our people. Of course, there has to be will from everybody. We as citizens of this country, and then the international community, must see that there has to be respect of what has been agreed upon. There is no way of anybody signing something and then you go and behave in the other way. Otherwise, this can bring other steps as international community is concerned, as our people are concerned. If they can't do this, then there is a right from our people to see that they have to change the government and change these people, such that such behavior have to stop, such that we can come to peace. We have to learn how to have dialogues and pin down the issues that make people conflict. This is very important. And when we pin down the issues that makes us conflict each other, they have now to be addressed, and we have to come to reconciliation through dialogue, and that is the only solution.